Thank you. Slideshow, got it. Okay, welcome. Hey, you're supposed to say aloha. Oh, that's right. Aloha. Woo! Get over here, Eileen, because you're going to be chatting too. So before we get started, for people that are physically here and not in Zoom land, I apologize. Tammy, you want to announce what we're doing?
Guys, we are doing a raffle for KW Cares, which is our charity that we support. One ticket is $1, but 10 tickets are only $5. And I want to get rid of this whole entire roll.
Yay.
So 10 tickets, $5. You can't go wrong. Come see me at the front.
What do
desk.
we win? 50% of the pot.
50% of the pot. It's a 50-50 raffle. So whatever we left, we didn't have.
Yeah, because I think last time we got up to $300 and some dollars.
Yeah. So the 50-50 raffle, we use the 50% and 50% goes to KW Cares. So let's get rid of all these tickets.
All right.
Yay!
Oh, it's so enthusiastic. I just love it. Okay, so let's. Okay. I always have an issue when we get started. Here we go. So who do I want? Joey.
Joey.
Come here. Joey, it's your turn.
Oh no. Give every day the chance to become the most beautiful of your life. Okay, so I love that. I always tell myself every time I wake up that it's my last day, and then I take. Oh no, that's not the way to do it. So every time I wake up, like what am I gonna do? This is my last day. And usually, like everything just has a really beautiful like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. So thank you. Thank you, Joey, for sharing that. Yeah, right. We have one shot at this, right? So let's make every day the most beautiful day, right? And just get better and better as each day goes along. Does anybody else want to share what that means to them? I didn't think so. Okay. All right. So for July, our top 10 individuals by categories. So remember our top sales volume, the threshold is at 2 million and above in volume, and then top units closed, 3 units or above. So congratulations to everyone there. Come on. Give it up. And then our rising star was Michelle Rose, that's on Denise marketing. So congratulations to all of you. All right, so I guess you guys can figure that, right? It's like, Doug, what took you so long this year? I'm kidding. So congratulations to Doug Pitts for capping. So he has the next gazillion months to be at 100%. So congratulations, Doug. And it's not going. There we go, Ida. Congratulations to Ida. This is her first time capping. So just a huge congrats to you. So proud of you, and enjoy that 100% because you have a few months of it. So that's amazing. Look at that. Yeah. So as you can see, right, we have the momentum has ramped back up in the office. So super excited about that. So the new agents who have joined since last time, I think I got everybody actually. Nazi, Dave Tennant came back. Yay! I know. So it's just like he's like, man, I've been missing Calabasas. So Dave came back. Monica. Where is she? There you are. Awesome. Sandra. It's actually Thomas White, but he goes by Wyatt. He is actually on the Zoom right now. So congratulations, Wyatt. Super excited to have you on board. Iman. Iman is here, so congratulations. Yeah. So he and I were in business together over at Century 21 Peak. So was super excited to have him join us. And Maria, was she just stuck in? Maria, that's And Noelle, is she here? No, so Noelle, Alessandra, not Alejandra, but Alessandra, right? And Natalia, I just saw her.
Right here.
Oh, there you are. Right in front of me. So congratulations. She's actually joined, yeah, La Familia. So congratulations. So super excited to have you all on board. You know, as you know, we are very particular about our culture and very protective. So we bring in world-class talent. So if any of you, you know, we always ask for referrals, right? When we're talking to our buyers and sellers, and then I'm asking all of you beautiful people for referrals as well. If you think that someone's a great fit for our culture and, you know, that we just continue to add to the value that we provide. So please send them my way. Okay. Oh, look at that. And you didn't do anything. You didn't put like a little layer.
I imagined a Hawaiian lei around my neck. I mean, you know, well, yeah. I mean, actually, I thought I had a Hawaiian lei around here, and I kind of went and looked for it, but I couldn't find it. But anyways. So good morning, everyone. I wanted to mention, because I haven't seen it come out yet, but there will be a new affiliated business agreement for the office because we've added Calabasas escrow. So Calabasas escrow goes on that affiliated business agreement. So once that gets distributed to the office, please start using that one instead of the previous one. So it's very important. And you should be, if you're representing, if you are a listing agent and you're asking for any of those affiliated businesses, your seller should be signing it, and prior to a accepted offer, the buyer should be signing it because they should know those fees up front. So make sure you do that. The other thing I want to mention, you know, it goes in hand with my next class, which is on the 7th of September at 4 o'clock. You know, I've noticed, you know, people still aren't getting how the exclusions work. You know, there's still questions about coming soon. So I'm going to do that class again. I haven't done it in a while about the MLS. So that will be on the 7th at 4 o'clock. So that's it for now.
Awesome. Thank you, Rich. And yeah, to your, I had it on here to talk about the ABA too, as well. So it already is, I'm going to send out an email today that has it attached, right? But it is in Command and in, where else is it? Alejandra? The intranet. Oh, look, you guys even know where that is. Have you guys? I do, right? Have any of you like ventured to mykw.kw.com?
Yes, it's archaic.
Come on, dog. They're there. So they're in with the checklists and all that good stuff. So make sure that you go check it out in addition. And I know you guys are like, oh, I don't want to press 2 or 3 buttons. So will you just please send it to me? Did I really say it like that? It was reminding me of my children. Okay. It's all good. Love you all. Okay, so thank you, Rich. What did I say that maliciously? I love you guys. No, you know I do. So anyway, hold on. What happened here? Oh no, it's it's a different one, Rich.
It's a different what? What are you talking about?
What you just sent me, it's different.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
All right, awesome. So tomorrow, make sure, okay. Let me clear up some confusion on some shadizzle, right? So someone was stating that there was a, Paul Morris class later on today.
That was me. I thought.
Okay, no. So I just want to make sure if anybody else had heard that. So that was a misstatement yesterday at, on Flow Coaching. But with that said, we have an action-packed calendar for next month that will be rolled out tomorrow. So we do have Paul Morris, as I had mentioned before, doing a class on syndication. Yeah, so that will be the second team meeting right after, or he'll be teaching it right after the team meeting. On whatever, what's the last 30? The 30th or 27th? 27th. Okay, perfect. And then tomorrow though at 1 o'clock, it'll be moderated by myself and Eddie. So we have Doug Pitts, Michael Couchette, Rob and Nikki Friedman, and I might talk to Denise.
I'm not available.
Okay, so we have that mastermind. It's going to be a high level conversation about business, right? Those people right there collectively did 500 million in volume last year. Right? Well, that's huge. So definitely want to give you guys an opportunity to see what they're doing with investments, right? Flips, all that kind of stuff. And of course, their business, what they did last year and how they pivoted, right, this year. Okay. All right. All right. So please, it will be here. They'll be here physically in the office, and then we will be having it Zoom. All right. Awesome. Okay. So look at this. We are launching, right, a new trust and probate division. You gotta think about that. And it's going, come on, Mia. It's going to be spearheaded by Mina Cooper. I don't know if you guys know her. So Mina,
I've been to a lot of meetings. I do live on the west side, but I'm gonna change.
so anyway, so I wanted to introduce, I'll let her go through all her credentials, what she does. She has about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes here.
No,
No, I know, because I know you.
I like to talk.
Yeah, so she has a wealth of information. So she's going to share with you this new trust and probate division, her experience, what it looks like, etc. So take it away.
Hello, everyone. So I'm starting a team within the trust and probate division because there are a lot of different things that go into a deal. That's a court situation or an inherited property or dissolution of relationships. I host a radio show on 98.1 FM, and it's about real estate, trust, probate, and more. So we have a lot of eyeballs on us. And if we have a dedicated division for that, we'll get a lot of activity. And especially in a changing market, it's recession proof. So that's wonderful. What we can offer also, because I have a tax firm as well, we do trust returns, and we can do with fiduciaries. Fiduciaries are third parties that are allowed to handle all the assets within the estate when there's no one qualified to do so. So we have a lot of things to offer. There's a lot to talk about. I don't want to take up too much time. There's a lot of networking. It's a world in its own. And it's fantastic. It's interesting. You never know what you get when you open a property up. And my transaction coordinator, that her mother was an ex-probate attorney. So she's amazing. And whoever's on the team will also utilize, the transaction coordinator for those specific deals. And, please feel free to reach out to me. Stephanie will have my phone number. So we can coordinate and you can see if it's a good fit for you. Because it's a great business. I love it. And a lot of times you double under it. So thank you, everyone.
Go into 5 minutes, or maybe go into 10.
That's awesome. So more information will be sent out. So really appreciate your persistence and your desire, right? And volunteering to, to do that. She's just like, Stephanie, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this. We have to do this, we have to do this.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you. Okay, just as a reminder, right, we have the info site. So just want to make sure that you guys are definitely going there. It has a lot of resources on there, our calendar, so on and so forth. So it is, like, if we ever make changes to the calendar, it's always up to date. It always instantly refreshes. So I just want to make sure that we remind you about that. And then escrow, Calabasas escrow. Lisa, Brian, aloha. How is everybody?
We're doing good in escrow. We've got 3 escrows open. We have 2 that promising to come in pretty quickly. So we're off to a great start. Just happy to be here, of course. I wanted to let you all know that we're going to be setting up some lunch and learns to find out more what does escrow do. Along with title, we're going to have title step in on a couple of classes. So keep your eye open for that, because not only do you get some great information, but you also get some yummy food to eat as well. Okay. Are there any questions of, what we're doing here or anything? Everybody understands? Okay, yes.
I have a question. How about if like husband and wife,
Mhm.
and one of them, he want to put only purchase a house, and he want to put only his name.
Okay, so the wife needs to quit claim off of the property. So
Okay,
she'll have to sign a quit claim deed and have it notarized. So we can prepare that for you if you'd like.
oh, okay. So is that enough to be like away?
And then we'll
from
do
house?
an affidavit, if it's in an escrow transaction, then we won't need an affidavit because it'll be insured when we close. But if it's outside of an escrow, then we'll do an affidavit of uninsured deed that the wife would need to sign and notarize as well. And then you're fine. And then we can take her off the title.
If they are in escrow now, if she's in escrow now, so we just like quickly.
Just a quick claim deed. Yeah. Okay. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Perfect. And you can see me later if you have more.
Okay,
What is your
yeah.
name?
Imad.
Iman. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Somebody had their hand up. Hi.
I'm Roger.
Hi, Roger. Nice to meet you.
I am fortunate enough to have worked in this with these guys. And they
Yeah.
endorsed it. It's our office and it supports us. And so far, very, very good, very responsive. Everything's quick. Brian's been great, knowledgeable, so that's where it's at.
Yeah. Awesome. You all heard my phone ringing earlier? That was an agent from our Studio City office, and I tell you guys, my cell phone is on all of my business cards. I answer my phone. I will walk out, I will answer it. You will get to talk to me unless, I'm in the restroom or something's going on. I can't, but normally I will answer unless I'm at a club and ruin that. No. Yeah, we're.
I'll still
I just want to let you guys know, 19 years, and my team and I have worked with Lisa and Brian for many years, and they are phenomenal. We were so excited when we heard that they were here. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
fantastic.
Perfect. Yeah. We're excited, so thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, cool. So one thing, before we go on to other stuff, I just want to do a quick housekeeping thing, right? An agent came to the office Saturday and the door was wide open. Wide open, like stuck there open. Did I say wide open? Yeah. So please be cognizant in the evening time or on the weekends that we want to protect our stuff here. Not that, probably nothing would happen. Unfortunately, nothing did happen that we're aware of right now, right? But people can get into our IT room. We have escrow, we have, so please make sure that you're mindful of the doors, etc. Okay, make sure they're securely closed. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Woohoo, mega camp. Right, so there was a group of us, there's 13 of us from this particular office that went to mega camp in Austin, Texas. I really press upon you guys to, I'm not calling on you. To Whenever you have the opportunity to attend any of these events, I highly recommend it because it is valuable on a multitude of levels. It's one, you get great information, you get to hear Mark King, Gary Keller, Jason, I mean, just the whole gang, panels and panels, but the networking and the overall experience. The overall experience, right? It's an experience. It's not just go sitting in a convention center, right? Listening. So I am calling up Philip. Philip, come here. So we want to share with you, the people share with you, Alejandra. I'm getting her out of her little shell right now. She's like, this is out of my comfort zone. And I have photos. All right, you want to let's see who else. And then Rich too. Rich, I want you to be able to chime in as well, because Rich Bizzani was there, got to experience it. And then there were 41 of us from Forward Living that were there. So that was super cool. We had an extraordinary dinner. So Rich, if you don't mind, we'll start with you to what were kind of some of your takeaways or ahas that you would like to share with the office.
You know, on the first day that I attended, Gary Keller was talking about, and I've looked for it on the website, but I haven't been able to find it yet. But I believe that the company offers a designation in regards to diversity. And we should all be looking at this because I know we all think that we know ourselves and we act in a certain way, but trust me that we don't. And I'm going to find this course and I'm going to send it out to the office because I think everybody should be doing this. If not doing this, then going to CAR and doing their Fairhaven. And it's an eye opener. I've said it before in meetings, and we all should be looking at this. So that was one of my takeaways, and I applaud the company for their stance on diversity, because not all companies are like this.
Awesome. Thank you, Rich. That was amazing for sure. Thank you for the share. So I can help Alejandra here a little bit. I'll have her go next.
Okay, so it was my first time and it definitely exceeded my expectations. It was a great experience. So I recommend anyone who hasn't gone to go. But it was obviously more agent focused, but as leadership, I did take away a couple stuff. One thing that really stuck to me is that during one of the panels, they were saying that little things do matter for their clients. And like, if you think about it, like, you know, if you say their name or I don't know, just, I can't really think of examples right now, but little things do matter and it makes them feel special, it makes them feel more connected. And that goes in terms of me, like doing little things for you guys. So that was one of the takeaways that really stuck with me. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Very good. Thank you, Alejandra. Yeah, it was awesome having you there. All right, Mr. Phillip.
I got a ton of stuff from the camp. I did very little networking. I went from convention to my room and just kind of dialed in and went on like long walks around the city and jogs and all that fun stuff. And one of the things my coach gave me a big hack. He said, don't listen to like how big the volume and the units are. Pay attention to the speaker's standards, right? So like you can build to whatever level of goal you have in mind if you have set standards. And they really hit hard on the mind overcoming all sorts of challenges. Like the first two speakers coming up had tremendous physical problems. And you would think like, oh, cool. So they overcame their physical problems and then got into real estate. No, these are realtors who are still producing at like a 9-figure level in volume, hundreds of units. still leading their group and just couldn't walk. I mean, one gal was in ICU and thought she was gonna die. Like doctors telling her, you're gonna die. And she's telling herself and her core group, like Ray says, she was set with like her core family and support group that, hey, you're gonna overcome this, and she did. Right. And that set the tone for the rest of the meeting, because no matter what they give us, like if you go on KW Connect right now and search slides from the event or whatever from MegaCamp 2022, you're going to have a playbook, like literally 95 pages of PDF pages of what to do, how to host events, how to grow your database, how to prospect, how to, all this stuff, the how-tos, and the how-tos don't matter, right? Because you can learn everything about what to do, but if you don't have the mindset of like, hey, this is my goal, and I don't care if I get paralyzed, and knock on wood, but I'm going to achieve that goal, your body, mind, the universe will find a way for you to accomplish that. And then the biggest takeaway is extreme ownership. You know, that's from a book, but the idea of, hey, we were doing a big disservice for our team by not having like workable events that they can call and invite to was a big deal. Like it's easy for myself and my wife to like just make calls, like create something out of a nothing conversation. And yet now with a small group with us, and we're growing that group, events are key to where they can leverage and invite everyone they know, people they meet to those events. And by hosting 8, 9, 10 events a year, you can grow from event to event, as opposed to trying to create nothing from something or something from nothing type of conversation, which we somehow do. So that was kind of my biggest takeaway. And the last one is to take time to be at these events, because it's like all the stuff that we know has gotten us to this point. And it's like, oh, wow, if I can see a little bit further from a panel or from a one-on-one conversation from Gary Keller, it gives you framework to adjust to what's going on. One economic takeaway, I'm a nerd for this stuff. He said, hey, we're 7 months into a recession. The last real estate recession lasted 4 years. We anticipate this one to last 2 to 3 years, if not 4 to 5 years, but we're 7 months into it. No big deal. Interest rates are still historically low compared to where they have been. If you look back even 10, 20, 30 years. So all is good. It just said, keep on your relationships. And that was one last takeaway. Not one person from stage talked about a cold call, an expired, or for sale by owner, notice the fall. They all talked about relationship, repeat client, referral, customer service, excellent experience, 5-star review. They were screaming at us to be human, to care about other people, and to stick with our SOI and grow that SOI through being a resourcing consultant. That's what I got from MegaCamp.
That's awesome. Thank you. I have a written thing. All right,
Okay,
Christine.
I have to go to Philip. Okay. Wow, what could I say? I could talk to anybody that wants to talk to me afterward or call me. I'm happy to discuss anything with you. It was super exciting. I would say it was kind of a boutique experience of family reunion, if you've been to that. And I will tell you, I will never miss a mega camp. And that's my promise, because it was amazing. My butt was in the seat from 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. I couldn't even leave to go get a piece of pizza because everything was so exciting to hear. And I think a lot of it, I had tons of ahas, I'll echo what Philip said. I was going to read you something now. This is something, it's on YouTube, you guys can look it up. Oh, my other thing was, I'm super excited. To be, I bought 2 Garyism t-shirts, and I can't wait to wear them. I hear that, wow. Amber alert or something. Anyway, if you guys didn't see it, the whole big thing that he had with, and one of the greatest t-shirts, and I know a few of us got it, was Charge the Storm, because Buffaloes, they charge through a storm. And there was a whole thing about that. But anyway, I want to read this. Keller Williams is celebrating 40 years in 2023. I did not know that myself, but I thought that was really exciting. So I think 2023 is going to have a huge celebration and a whole bunch of things with network of all the other Keller Williams agents getting together. So this was something that John Keller, Gary Keller's son, had put up. It's on YouTube. You guys can look at it. We are more than realtors. We are coaches, therapists, mentors, mind readers, and magicians. We're digital hunters with human touch. Wheelers, which I like that part. Wheelers and dealers who only use our powers for good. You don't know that's my last name? Okay. We are advocates and shoulders to cry on, friends to lean on, and confidence to trust. Together, we are the keys in the door to new futures. This is the most important time in our lives. That's when we need to feel every day, because the people who put their trust in us feel that. Their first homes, their final homes, newly married, newly divorced, empty nesters, or on the way,
These are the most joyous and terrifying and hopeful times in our lives because your clients, our clients, are jumping off cliffs and trusting you to build wings on the way down. And it went on, but it's like so touching. And it was the truth. The whole thing is about connections and relationships. It was amazing. I've already gotten 2 lunches set up with people, other Calabasas agents from out of the area. One's from out of state, and one of them is in Palm Springs that didn't really meet me. Somebody else met me. They knew who I was, and I'm meeting them to be referral agents with them. So that's what it was really about. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, Keller Williams is definitely, I mean, if you know, it's all about the culture, right? It is all about the culture and the impact that we have on each other, right? On each other, our clients, so on and so forth. The ripple effect is endless. So if you really get that, it is a ripple effect of everything that we do collectively, individually, so on and so forth. It's so impactful, our industry. Nicole, you came in a little bit late. I shouldn't say that. Okay, you came in. You know what? I didn't see you. Nicole, Nicole, my partner in crime in Austin. Yeah, so Nicole, please share.
Yeah, so Mega Count was amazing, echoing everything that they said. I would definitely do it again. That's how awesome it was. And I've been to Austin before, so that was a good reason to go. But what I learned there was so amazing. What Luke said is very true. They were teaching you to be yourself. Just be yourself. As a realtor, they want to meet you. They want to connect with you. They want to have that relationship with you. So just be yourself. And one of my key takeaways, and it's something that I did, but I was doing it reverse. They were saying that have events. So I join small groups all the time. So if somebody's saying, oh, I want to go on a boat ride, and they only want to take 10 people with them. I'll go on the boat ride. I want to go on a boat ride too, you know? So I would join in other people's small events, and then I want to insert myself as the realtor in that group. And 9 times out of 10, I'll get a lead from that. And that's just by agreeing to go meet people that I don't even know. And then the question always comes up, well, what do you do? You know, so you tell them what you do. Going to Mega Camp this time, for me, this is my first time going. I got a call yesterday morning, didn't know this person at all. And she was like, oh, Nicole, I want you to be my referral partner in LA. I was like, okay. She was like, I hear you in sports and entertainment. I'm a producer in Atlanta, and I want to connect my people with you. I was like, all right, perfect. She was like, can I bring the client on the phone with you? I was like, okay, great. She did. That's why I was late, because I was out there talking to her. So I called Cindy. I was like, hey, Cindy, I have this client. They're hesitant about this process and everything. I just want you to have a conversation with them to make it easy so they know what's going to happen next or whatever. So Cindy called, and did she send you the application?
Yeah. Yeah, but she's definitely going forward.
Yeah.
To be full credit in the whole 9 yards.
That is just from the networking. So when I would be done with Mega Camp, I would then go to small group networking in Austin, meet some new people and just connect with them and get my information. And I got a phone call just from doing that. So what I'm gonna do going forward is I'm gonna host my own small groups and just invite people to come along with me to things that I like to do. Because that's all they were doing.
Yeah.
Things that they want to do or they're curious about, they'll just invite strangers along to do it with them.
Yeah.
And you meet people doing something that you want to do with people that want to do it too. So those are the key takeaways. Be yourself, be authentically you, and just show the world who you are.
I just want to say one funny thing, and Nicole and I had a blast together. On the last thing we were going to the airport, she's like, let's do something. So we did a best of Austin tour, just the 2 of us. And while we were on the van or whatever, the chauffeur thing, all these other people there, it was like 10 or 12 people, but she and I were talking about, we got to go to the airport now, our bags and everything. And the guy heard us. And so he's like, don't tell anyone. So when everyone else got out, he took us, like he said, I'll be your driver. And we're like, okay. So he took us to our hotel, waited for us to get our bags, and took us all the way to the airport. And I was like, Austin, just the whole hospitality of everyone and the food and everybody was so welcoming and really cool.
And I do believe that was also mindset too, because when we got in the van and the guy was like, oh, this tour may run over. And I was like, well, if you make us late, you gotta take us to the airport.
Yeah, we
So I put it out there, you know, like, hey, let's go to the airport, make us take us to the airport. We had a flight to catch. And so we didn't want to keep everybody else off of their path of seeing all the tour, but we also had a timeline.
Yeah.
And so I think just putting it out there, that mindset, putting that bug in his mind that I got taken to the airport. He took us to the airport, you know?
We squeezed every minute.
Yeah, totally. And it was a great experience. So it's, okay, I just want to make sure. So a couple things that I want to share with you, you guys know, I'm always mindset, right? You know, because whatever you do here, whatever you're thinking here, right? It gets projected out, and that's, like you said, putting things in the universe, making things happen. And if you're open to receive the goodness and all that kind of stuff, right? It comes to you. You may not understand, or you don't control where it comes from. So one of the things that he mentioned, I talked about a little bit on the morning mindsets too, but we're in a state right now where y'all, right, need to make peace with lead generation. Right? So and all this is mindset that gets us to the activities. Right? Because if we don't have the right mindset for the activities, then we're not going to do the activities, and you go, oh, boo-hoo, I don't have any business. Right? So we have to make peace with lead generation, because we have to do now in this little shift, right? What we did, or what we were doing, let's say we're making 10 contacts a day to do 10 deals a year, right? Now we have to do 20 contacts a day. I'm just throwing out a hypothetical number. I don't know what each individual's numbers are, right? So, but then you would have to double because of the shift, right? So 20 contacts a day to do the same amount of business. So therefore, if you want to continue increasing your numbers, then you do 30 contacts a day. So then you're increasing your business instead of staying the same, right? So then that's a mindset shift to get clear and comfy cozy, right? With lead generation and building those relationships, because that's our job. We all, no matter whether you're in leadership or your agents or your vendors or whatever, it's all about building those relationships, being authentic, right? And then that goes like to your social media, where people get to see who you are. They want more you posts than your work posts, right? So, and then it says, you know, Phil posted again the do hard better video on our WhatsApp group, right? So there was so funny. You guys, I heard this quote. I can't remember where it was from, but it said, sometimes the correct path is the tortured one. Think about that, right? Sometimes the correct path is the tortured one. Okay.
That reminds me of the do hard easy.
Yeah, so, that was on her, that was what she said, so I put that in there, yeah, because I'm like, okay, I did that. But anyway, but then it all comes down to, right, the why. You guys hear me talk about it all the time of why are you doing this, right? I want you guys to know that you be worthy of the success. Be worthy of your success, okay? And then I'll end with this, because you guys all know I love football, right?
Totally.
I sometimes. Denver sucks. But anyway, even though, I mean, I love Tom Brady now, and that would never, ever come out of my mouth for decades, right? Because he's this 45-year-old stud muffin, right? It's just like, but he's mentally tough, right? He's mentally tough. And he was the number one. They do a top 100, right? The top 100 each season, right? Of who, and he of course was flipping number one, right? It's like, he didn't even make it to the Super Bowl. And he still made number one.
Voted by his peers.
So anyway, but in this interview, he had said, you win because of the burn inside you. Right? He has this burning desire inside of him. Right? So do you guys have that burning desire inside of you? Or are you just taking on somebody else's desire? That's not really your desire, which goes back to Nicole, right? Saying, okay, these are certain things that she enjoys doing. So then do the one thing, do the thing that you enjoy. Why would we go out and conduct business and doing stuff that we, in a manner that it doesn't resonate with us? Just like, you know, Raul, we were talking with Kit, you know, you guys, just like, go where your strong suit is, go where your superpower is, go what is enjoyable to you and natural to you and authentic, because people get that. People understand that. So he said, you win because of the burn inside of you. And then when he was getting ready in the huddle, before they break, blah, 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 right? He goes, we know how to win. So let's just do it. Right? Because sometimes what do some players do? Right? No matter what sport they are, but I'm talking football, they'll all of a sudden allow another player, or let's say they fumbled or some shit-izzle, right? And then all of a sudden they're in their head. You guys can see it all the time when you watch a football game. That guy needs to get out of his head, kick him out of the game for a second, get him right, do whatever he needs to do, run in the locker room, dance, I don't know, right? But you gotta get this right. As soon as you know that you're off for a second, which we all are, right? We're not perfect. We're human. So stop kicking yourselves in the ass if you're all of a sudden have a bad moment. Go do something that you enjoy, get your shit in your head right again, and then go out, right? And if you're in a bad mood or not right, don't talk to someone. Ray's laughing.
That's what they smile before
Yeah.
they make calls.
So just, you guys know how to do it. So let's just do it. What do you think?
Yeah.
So, any questions for the panel before we, move on to our next topic?
Real deep on one thing. There was a kid who's 21. All he does is Instagram, IG, Insta, all the time. He's posting 20 posts a day on a day post, 7 to 10 posts a week, all reels, all that stuff. And he's doing like 200 deals on a team, right? So he gets the deal going, gets them cross qualified with a lender. He has 14 leads a day coming in through Instagram. So when you hear the one thing, and you're like, oh, that's bullshit, it's all this lead generation, whatever, dig deep on one thing and you'll be like this kid who's 21 years old, enjoying life. Started in COVID. And that's all he knows is it's Instagram and just posting through social media, right? So we'll hear a lot of people say, well, my SOI doesn't believe in me or whatever. Get over yourself. My SOI didn't believe in me either, right? And we earned our way into their business. We earned our way into being the real estate person of choice. And Gary Keller said it, be the economic resource for everyone in your sphere. So when they think of real estate or they think of a loan or whatever, even though we don't do loans, we don't do 1031 exchange, we don't do any of that stuff, they still come to us because we're the gatekeeper to that world, right? And you will never run out of referrals. You'll never run out of business. You'll figure out, man, I need to hire people to help the offload so I don't drop things through cracks, because that's what happens to us, and we didn't get better at details. I didn't. Monica probably will. So high five, that's why she's here. But when you look at all of this stuff that we're doing collectively, there's so much business to go around. Like if I think about it, 29 deals last year equaled $500,000 in GCI, and our average sale was 675,000. Some of you animals in here are doing like deals at $20 million, $5 million, $10 million, $1 million plus. We were averaging such a smaller volume case. So reverse engineer what you want to make, and then every day chip away at that stone. Because Michelangelo or Leonardo, I forget the artist, so forgive me. Like when he was chipping away and making these wonderful pieces of art, he said, I didn't create them, I just set them free from the stone, right?
Wow.
So when you go out there and you're doing this every day, you're just chiseling away for that masterpiece, right? And it sounds crazy because, oh, I made only 5 contacts, and whatever, you're chipping away every day. You just have to make sure that you're on that path, all that fun stuff. So
That's awesome.
awesome.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. We have a few more things to get through. All right. Quick hello from Laura Lynn and Haley. Where are you guys? Oh, there you go, Dark.
Hi, good morning, everyone. For those of you that I haven't met yet, my name is Laura Lynn and I'm from Fairmark Title.
And my name is Haley and I'm also from Fairmark Title.
And so something that we just wanted to bring up with you guys today, actually 2 things. First, I'm not sure, sir, we walked in about 5 minutes late, but me, Haley and Cindy are having food and facts right after this team meeting. And we will be featuring our ATO as the guest speaker. She's our advisory title officer. And she has more than 40 years of experience in title, especially in the commercial division. So we're kind of gearing, obviously residential agents are welcome too, but we're going to be covering some topics in commercial. So please join us. We have food and facts available for you. And then another thing that we wanted to talk about, me and Haley, we travel across all of the different forward living offices. And so we have the privilege of getting to see like some common themes with agents. And one thing is like, we're getting a lot of requests of, hey, I need to start a farm. And I think now with the market shifting, people are realizing that like, you can't just bump into a transaction anymore. You actually have to fall back on systems and actually have systems that work for you. And so that's something that we pride ourselves in at Clear Markets. We're very data driven. And when you work with a boutique level Clear title company, we are able to give you personalized service. So if you need help establishing a farm or just getting more information on where you want to start a farm, please let us know. We're here to work with you and serve as accountability partners.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And then Lisa's on her way back with all the Hawaiian goodies. So make sure you stick around because we have tons of food coming. Courtesy of, thank you. I have it right here and I didn't read it. Of Cindy and House American Financial and Calabasas Escrow. And I can't really say it. But you know, these people that just. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go back to profit share in a second, but Ray, all right, you guys? With the commercial today. Here,
Aloha. So before I jump into this, and we're almost done. I just wanted to for all of us to take a minute and look around the room and the speakers you've had today and our leadership. And a lot of things happen and we kind of do what's in our control and we all kind of push through things for a while. But Stephanie, I just want to say what an amazing job you're doing as our leader. And it's really kind of fun to see what's happening here. Like, this is super special, guys. Like, it's a huge room. Everybody's super supportive. The room is full. Rich, I hit you up in Mega Camp. He's a superstar. He hits me right back as soon as he's free to give me some advice on a negotiation that I was doing. The legal team that we have, if you guys haven't gotten to know them, get to know them through Rich. Their support is incredible. When we're negotiating commercial transactions, I've been doing this since 2003, and I'm telling you guys, there's always something new to learn in the deal. It blows my mind. Like, some situation will happen, I don't quite know what the best language would be. I reach out to Rich, he helps me, or he loops in the attorneys when necessary. So I have like such peace of mind, and my clients have such peace of mind because of the support team that we have here at the office. I'm just so happy with how things have come along here. I'm grateful from the moment I walk into this office and I see Tammy to the rest of the group, and like Alejandra gets me paid fast. Come buddies with Andrew, we shoot hoops on the weekend. It's really turned into a pretty cool family. So Steph, you worked really hard for that, and you've had such a great attitude through everything. And I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. So let's talk a quick minute about commercial real estate. I was really inspired by a lot of the speakers today. And one of the things that jumped out to me was there's kind of this underlying theme of being human and prospecting in a manner that speaks to your personality and to who you are, because that's when it's most organic and natural, right? Like, we all have to kind of be ourselves. So the reality is, the other part of that formula is knowing who your client is. Okay, so your personality is a big part of it, how you prospect, how you communicate, but also who you target as your client is another big part of it. Normally, when we get into this business, whether it's residential or commercial, right out the gate, we want everybody, right? We want everybody and we want every deal. And it's the biggest mistake you can make. So if you're not lasered in on who your client profile is, we call it in commercial real estate, we call it our avatar, like who that is, and you can't describe who that is to the detail, then that's something you really want to address right away. And stop trying to appeal to everybody, stop trying to target everybody, every deal, and lock in on really where you belong. And if you have a problem figuring out where you belong, talk to other agents, talk to staff, talk to the office team here, because they can really be honest with you and be like, hey, here's how I see you, here's where I think your skills are. And based off of that, here's some ideas on who you should be targeting. Okay, so consider that in your day-to-day, because the biggest mistake you could do is go after every type of client profile, go after every type of real estate sale, because you're actually going to discredit yourself, and people see through that right away. Okay, so talking about commercial real estate, it's an amazing time right now, despite what you're hearing, to be in real estate, whether it's residential or commercial, because there is a shift that we all know is happening. And during these times, it's a really great idea to tap into investment-minded real estate clients. And you guys have them on residential too. You got to reach out to your title rep and you got to get non-owner occupied lists of properties in your farm. Because if you prospect them, if you decide, hey, this is like something I could see myself doing, and you target those prospects, they love trading in markets like this, whether it's buying and whether it's selling what they have and buying more, or whether it's buying more, because the rental market is super strong. So in commercial real estate and apartment buildings right now, the rental market's thriving. It's not increasing at quite the pace it was before, but it's still very strong and rents are insane. So you've got a time where there's a whole group of clients who maybe are priced out of the market just because of interest rates, not sale prices. And maybe they're waiting, but in the meantime, they're renting homes, right? And who are they renting homes from? Non-occupied homeowners, right? So if you think from an investment standpoint as a residential real estate agent, a whole pool of your clientele could be investment-minded residential real estate owners, okay? And it's a great time to tap into that because they could feed you and be a big part of your pipeline right now. Here's why. If they sell a property, they don't care what the price is right now. Why is that? Anybody got an answer? Let's think about this for a second. Right. So let's say their house was worth $1 million, okay? You know, and now it's worth $850. You would think like, oh man, like why would I sell? Like I could have gotten $1 million, you know, 5 months ago, 4 months ago. Well, the reason they do want to sell, or they want to grow, or they want to buy more, is because if they sell at $850, they're trading into a softer market, and they're not going to take that money off the table because they don't want to pay capital gains tax. So you better believe if you can convince them to grow and sell the $850 house to go buy two more properties. Okay, let's say you trade one to go get two. You've got an automatic buyer. And all the agents I'm talking to today, like any motivated buyer right now is gold, because it's almost like it's shifted that if you've got a great buyer, you're going to get a deal done, because there's like way less competition in the market right now, right? So what we do is on the investment side is we trade them out of their 5-unit building, their 10-unit building, their 15-unit building, and we're doubling up on units, right? Or we're getting them 2 or 3 more buildings. You guys can do the same thing in residential. So don't just think, you know, homeowner, owner occupied, think non-occupied investor, because you could create multiple transactions for yourself that way. All right. Now, the other thing to leverage is the fact that you do have a great commercial real estate team here. You've got Michael Cochette, myself, Lee Black, a lot of great guys here in different specializations. So if you haven't gotten to know what their specializations are, meet them and find out, because guess what? Outside of your non-owner occupied investors and moving them around, you have access to inventory and specializations to take them to an even bigger level. Okay, so keep in mind that is going to be a really great pipeline for you to tap into, and there's no concern of them selling in a softer market. The way they look at it, it's economy of scale for them right now. So they're like, I'm going to trade, I'm going to grow, I'm going to put myself in position to get more cash flow from these rentals, and I'm going to be at a lower tax basis, like on the property taxes, right? So that's why people like that are motivated to be buyers right now, and that's why they don't care if the market is softer. So pull your farm, look into who doesn't own the house, and what's funny is typically what you'll find, and this is why it's so powerful, one of those people could be multiple deals, because typically if they have one non-owner occupied house, they have several, because they're already investment minded. So if you catch one of those fish, they could feed you multiple times a year and year over year, because they're already sold on that. Okay, and they're just looking for somebody who's going to help them find the next opportunity. So outside of that, commercial real estate has still been, actually, I got to say, surprisingly stronger than I thought it would be. For this reason alone, like rates have gone up, prices have definitely shifted, but we've got an early rush of clients right now that are looking at the stuff that they own that they're not as excited about owning, and they're like, it's a good time for me to trade out of this because I have less competition to get a more ideal investment property that would be better suited for me. So, you know, we just took 3 new listings in Wilmington, California. It's between Long Beach and Torrance, for any of you who don't know. A 7-unit, 8-unit, 9-unit. The guy's selling because those are like the dogs of his portfolio. Like he goes, man, I got people not paying rent in some of these buildings. They have so much deferred maintenance. I don't even want to get into it. It's not worth it. I'd rather sell and go find me a 40-unit building. Okay, so keep that in mind. And if you have any questions on investment real estate, feel free to hit me up or anybody on my team. We're happy to help you out. And that's all. That's all I got for you today.
Okay, so we'll start wrapping some things up. I just want to let you know there are some brownies back there. Can't eat them yet. Okay, but it's from Wendy. How do you spell Pomerantz? Yeah, so she does corporate events and all that kind of stuff. So you know, for your open house, whatever the deal is. So her information's back there. So she sponsored the desserts for today, a referral from Nina K. So, and then again, thank you. It's next on my list. Thank you, Cindy and the gals for the food that just arrived. Sorry, Zoom land people. Zoom land people, we're not done yet, almost. Okay, Christine, real quick. Oh, wow, I didn't know you were picking that up. Very cool. Okay, hey everybody, today is book club, 5 o'clock to 6:30, and really good book. There's a bunch of stuff about yourself a corporation, a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, if you want to come, I know there's a dedicated group that come to the book club. If you have not signed up and you still want to come, even if you didn't read it, come and hang out with us. We have a fun time. It's a really great conversation. A lot of times the books will take us into another direction. And so anyway, if you want to come, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's good. It's fun. Here. Yeah, and then the next month's book is Alter Ego, which is an awesome book. So the email will go out from the front desk shortly. So thank you, Christine, for being our amazing book club ambassador.
Thank you. And I will say, going to Mega Camp, I have a whole bunch of books. I'm already volunteering next year.
Yeah.
I have a list already. I'm raking all the books.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Cindy, you want to promote your class again?
So I want to make sure that everybody plans on next week or next month's first Tuesday meeting to attend that class, because it's going to be a very powerful one. It's especially if you are a listing agent. I'm going to talk about some creative solutions to move properties now that things are slowing down a little bit. We're going to talk about seller concessions, temporary buy downs, seller carrybacks, and seller financing. And there's a lot of good stuff in this class. I wowed myself. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks.
It's at 11:30 after the next month's meeting.
Yeah, on the 13th. And Denise's husband, Doug, is going to be our guest speaker on the team meeting on the 13th. And then that Steve White, what's his last name?
Not
Steve
White.
Thomas guy.
I know.
Oh, he's the agent.
As you said that, now I got his name. Thomas.
Stephen Thomas will be, what is this, 27th we said? The 27th, he'll be our guest speaker on the 27th, giving us a, love how he does the, the forecasting, etc. So, and then Ignite is starting next month as well. So we are actually going to have a wide array of different speakers and trainers for this next thing of Ignite. Even we're getting trainers from out of the state.
Awesome.
So we're going to have some amazing special guests for that. And then to be determined on which date, as you know, Scotty and Jordan just got back from Africa. So they're going to do a special little presentation, sharing pictures and experiences. And they actually brought a tiger back with them. What? I'm kidding. All right, so let me go back. You guys are funny.
Well, definitely, when I was in flight school, I did have 2 baby tigers on the plane, and someone would take you to a zoo, so it's not that out.
I mean, I would be surprised if it's actually something that he did. So I know that we're running short on time, so I'm not gonna pass all these out, but I want you guys to be aware. See all these sheets right here? You know what they are? Profit share. These are the statements of what, because profit share on the 21st of each month gets automatically deposited into agents and people's accounts, right? Sometimes they're big months, sometimes not so big, right? But that's why we want that we're always looking and growing the current agents production, right? In addition to bringing in world-class talent, right? So you guys can get profit share. Profit share is a real thing, right? Do you guys know how to profit share? Okay, all right, so we'll be passing these out, but these are the profit share that got deposited in people's accounts on the 21st of this month from last month.
Stephanie, quick question on profit share. If you bring someone into our group of Forward Living and then they go to another KW group,
That's okay.
it doesn't matter, it's the same. Okay.
As long as they're in the KW family, and then after 3 years, you're fully vested.
You can get somebody in another state. They don't
Yeah.
have to come to this office.
Oh, okay.
Anywhere.
I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah, anywhere. So yeah, anywhere in the world where there's a Keller Williams, you can be named their sponsor. Right? So just wanted to let you guys just reiterate on that because it's pretty cool. Like one time I'm like, what? That wasn't what my bank account was last night. Okay, commercial update. We already went through this. Our calendar, yeah, so for the newer people in the office, please attend my monthly Menti Power Hour tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. And then I do have on here, I don't know if you remember, Lisa, we're actually doing the Calabasas Lunch and Learn, Calabasas Escrow Lunch and Learn Thursday. But here are some pictures of our Austin trip, right? Super fun. We had a very inexpensive dinner at 3 Forks. Anyway, there's Mark Kane guitar. As you can tell, it was totally pouring rain.
Oh, yeah.
And also, sorry, I didn't know where to put this in the slides. I don't know if any of you know Caroline Earhart. She's one of our dear agents in the office. It's been here for a long time, and she passed away. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so, I knew Geraldine outside of the office too, and she, was very dear to her heart to do a coat drive charity event, in the end of the year or fall, I'm not exactly sure. So I've been in contact with her son, and we are going to do it collectively in Calabasas office in her honor, this year. So I will be getting more information. We'll work out with ALC what we're gonna do, but I want everyone to know, and Geraldine honor review that. Cool.
So I just wanted to acknowledge her memory. Oh yeah. 50/50 raffle time. Tammy, does anybody want to buy more tickets before we pull it?
Wow, I want food.
Tammy, Mrs. Food's ready to go. Where's she? Huh?
She stepped out.
For what? Right here. Okay. Yeah, so they're, what are they? I'll get one for two now. Yeah, so then you get 10 of them for $5. Okay. Bring all of that. Bring all of it. Yeah, so you can one for $1 or 10 of them for $5. One for $1 or 5 for 10 for $5. Let me see, what else we have? Okay, I know this is for Alan. As we're buying, people are buying their raffle tickets. Does anybody have any off-market listings or anything? Needs and wants, Alan? Alan, do you have anything you want to share with off-market or listings coming up or anything? Anybody? No?
So I have, hey, everyone,
Everybody,
I have a off-market lot in Calabasas, priced at around 3.25 million. It's right off Mulholland and overpaying the road. If somebody has a developer who's looking to build, this is one of those properties that have a 360-degree view of the Santa Monica Mountains. A beautiful, exquisite property. So come and see me if you have anyone.
all right, awesome, Alan, thank you. Okay, I think I've covered everything. All right, so that'd be it. All right, so since everyone's done, we'll do that, but thank you all for being there in Zoom land. I appreciate Val, you being here, yay. Claire Mark Title, Calabasas Escrow. We have. So go have some good food, and then the class will start at 11:30 in the raffle. And yeah, we're doing the raffle. Just hurry up, get your tickets. Okay, so I will show you.